Hello and welcome to another edition of pop.vox.presents. My name is Phil Vecchio, and we have a very special treat on this episode. We are joined all the way from Costa Rica by the band Adiós Cometa.
Hi, hello.
Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you. We're very happy to be here.
Glad to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited. Would you do me a favor real quick and just introduce yourself so everyone knows who we're talking to?
Sure, yeah. I am Pablo. I play the drums.
Yes, I'm John. I play the guitar and I sing.
And I'm Emmanuel. I play guitar.
Excellent. Now, for those that maybe aren't familiar with you guys, just a little background. You guys put out your first EP on Velvet Blue Music. I guess was it earlier this year or was it late last year?
It was this year in March.
Man, it feels like so long ago. I've listened to it so many times.
All the same, yeah.
I was just telling you guys, I bought it on CD, on cassette, 10-inch record, and I have the Bandcamp special edition with bonus live tracks. So we've listened to it a lot in this household. So we're very excited to have you guys here.
We feel honored.
Yeah, we
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
So we've actually done quite a bit of stuff with Velvet Blue Music over the years around Pop.vox Town. How did you guys hook up with Velvet Blue? How did you get to know Jeff? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was because of me. Yeah, I started listening to Starflyer like in 2008, something like that. And when I like something, I always like start digging, and I found about BBM. And when we start the band, we start recording, and when the EP was ready, we were like, well, we should send that to some labels or stuff. And the first label that I thought obviously was BBM.
Of course.
So I think it's like a long shot, it's like a Costa Rica, we sing in Spanish. I think that they have worked with like a Latin American band. But I wrote like a email to Jeff. I have talked with him like because of I don't know, like orders and stuff. I was like, hey, I'm the guy from Costa Rica that always talk about CDs and stuff. This is our EP. I don't know if you are interested in releasing it. And he answered like 2 weeks later. I was like, well, I think that maybe he was just too busy or something.
Yeah.
I didn't think he will answer honestly, but he did. And he was like, oh man, I really I love that. I don't know, I love it, and I would love to release it.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah.
We couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I mean,
I talked about it, and we were like, oh man, it's the same level as Starflyer. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, Emma introduced me to bands like Fine China, which I love. Like, really, it's one of my favorite bands. And then he tells me this. It's like, I don't know what to believe, what to feel. It was too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we started the band, we were actually really influenced by Fine China, for example, because when we started like sharing music between us, I remember that I sent Pablo Fine China, Starflyer.
Yeah.
What other band? I don't know, but I mean, they really influenced us, like, for real. So it was like crazy to know that we will be like label mates with them.
That's so cool. I love all of those. I mean, like I said, we've been doing stuff with Velvet Blue for a long time. We actually had Fine China play a show for us in '98, which was like when their first EP came out. And I love Velvet Blue Music. Jeff Cloud is amazing. So that's so cool. So cool. So you guys, when did you start the band? Seems like a pretty new thing.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so what year was it? Was it
right before COVID, like September 2019?
Sort of like that, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a year and something. Basically, I always wanted to have a band. I've never really gotten around to it, but I've known Emma for a while. He actually took pictures of me and my wife for my engagement.
That's great.
And so we knew each other, and basically Emma knew John and Mark from years ago. And the funny story is that John told Mark that he wanted to have a band with them, start a band with them like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But it just never happened. So we always joke about
Mark
it.
didn't want it.
We always joke about it that Mark just didn't want to have a band with John. But like now, back to September, John sends a quick demo. He always plays the guitar, and we were talking about it like right before the call. There's a guitar without a string there that he always uses to record demos. Yeah, and he sent the demo to Emma, and then Emma just told me, "Hey, Pablo, listen to this," and he sent me the audio, and I was like, "Oh my goodness! Like we could do something with this." And
it was Franco. That was the song.
Oh, okay.
An acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I told these guys, I told Emma, like, hey, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
And we are old, we are on our 30s.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose,
There's nothing
right?
to lose, we're already married. So
let's do something for the
let's do
fun.
it. Yeah, for the record.
Yeah. And so we just kind of got together and went to like one of those practicing rooms, and we played. And that very day, a second song like just happened right there. Yeah,
And it was Norte.
and that was not
Okay.
another one of the singles that we released, and then in the EP. But like, it just felt we just had so much fun, and like it also included us going to eat afterwards, and like it's like the family thing.
Yeah.
Friendship thing was very important, and we're like, I mean, why not? Let's record this. We didn't expect anything of it. We just wanted to do it to say, hey, before I die, I want to say I recorded something. That's basically what we wanted
Our
to
main
do.
idea was to record.
Yeah.
We really wanted like to record like an album or EP. So we start recording really quick, right?
Yeah, like right. Yeah.
Because we started like practicing on September of 2019,
Yeah.
and I think we start recording on November.
Sort of.
Wow.
Like that.
We started recording Franco Norte,
Mhm.
and then COVID happened, so we had to slow down, and then we start recording Luces, Gravedad,
Yeah.
and
In Piel.
Piel.
Yeah. But that
Yeah.
was like
That was-
right after COVID.
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys, I mean, didn't even get a whole lot of chance to play live before COVID hit, right?
We even released the EP, and we hadn't played live at all.
Really?
Yeah, no.
That's
It-
awesome.
Yeah.
The first time, when was it? Like, Concha, when was that? Like,
Yeah, we played our first show like 2 months ago.
2 months
It
ago.
wasn't.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
And that's a crazy thing, because like I mean, we did it for ourselves and things like that, but like people started to like it, and of course we're not like huge, but like it went further than we thought it would
Mhm.
go.
Yeah.
And like to have never played shows and have people buying merch or buying record, buying
Without seeing us live.
it was
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
kind of crazy to us. Yeah, so we're very honored.
So-
that's great.
When we played our first show, it happened something that it's not usual, because a lot of people were like singing along our songs.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
The first show,
And
yeah.
Shields, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, because when we played Franco, for example, everyone's like
People were going nuts. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah,
It is-
most bands play their first show and everyone's like, okay, when are these guys done? You
Yeah,
guys already had a fan base.
And
That's-
yeah, part of the crazy things was that the first show we were actually the closing act, so that was also
Really?
crazy. Like, there
Wow.
were bands that played before us for a while, and
People wait.
people waited for us to play. So I don't know. I still can't believe the whole thing. It's just crazy.
Yeah. The good
That's-
thing is that we have like we practiced for like a year and a half before our first show. That was good. Yeah.
So it's good. Yeah.
I mean,
Sounds solid.
it sounds decent. Hopefully. Yeah.
Well, so here's a question for you. You guys have obviously a fan base in Costa Rica, and then there's a whole additional audience here in the States because of Velvet Blue music. Where do you hear like the most feedback from? Are you bigger in Costa Rica or in the US?
Well, if we guide Spotify.
If we base it off like Spotify data,
Yeah.
At some point we had more listeners in the States than Costa Rica.
Yeah, right now Costa Rica is like
Costa Rica is a little bit higher, but like the second one is the United States.
Well, no, it's
Okay.
Mexico actually.
Oh, now Mexico.
Mexico
Okay.
and then the US.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a really small country, but
Yeah.
it has like a really good like a scene music. There's
Yeah.
a lot of music happening.
Yeah.
Well, right now obviously it's not like that. We don't have
Right.
like that concerts, but there are a lot of really good bands. So it's like we feel honored like to be like people just supporting us over here because there are a lot of amazing bands.
Yes.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
And the fact that people from the US
Yeah,
like
that's even crazier. Yeah.
listens to us even though it's in Spanish, you know, because like here in Costa Rica we're used to listening to music in English.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
Right.
everyone listens
Yeah,
to
that's
music in
normal,
English.
yeah.
You know, that's normal. But like the other way around,
Yeah, it's hard.
it's a bit
It's
harder.
not.
but-
Yeah. I mean, I took 4 years of Spanish in high school, so I have like a little bit. You know, I can understand it better than I can speak it, but most people in the U.S. don't. We're not bilingual. You know, at least a lot of us anyway. So it's really cool to see people embrace it. Do you get a lot of questions about the lyrics from people that don't speak Spanish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We have received at least like 3 or 4 emails or something. I remember one guy from the US. He wrote us through Bandcamp, and he was like asking us about the lyrics, and he was like, "Hey man, I would like to know if every song title is like a name of a girl." And I was like, no. So I tried to explain him, but that's also cool, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And we love the interaction. So like
Yeah.
I know that there's bands that don't interact with people, but we love people asking. We like try to get close to them. You know, we love sharing what it is about. You know.
And you know, we didn't expect that. I mean, we just expect like maybe our friends will listen to our music or something like that.
My wife, because she has to. You know, it's like
And we start like to see like people that you don't know listening to the music, even in Costa Rica, and it's wow, that's cool. And
Yeah, we have a friend from Mexico.
oh yeah,
Oaxaca.
one of our biggest fans, whatever. I don't know if I should call him fan. Like, he's a friend. He's always like writing to us, and like in every live stream, whatever we do, he's like very into it.
he's probably seeing this, watching this.
He's probably watching this.
Yeah,
He's from
crazy.
He's from Mexico. He's
Mexico.
from Oaxaca. His name is David.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe he's
Okay.
from
Keep an eye out for
Oh,
him
you
there.
haven't introduced me,
Oh,
so the people are probably.
very quickly, just because I always do this at the beginning of the show,
Oh, we
Janelle
forgot.
is my technical support over here.
I'm the voice that
The voice in the background
That's,
telling me stuff.
you know,
So
making everything happen.
if
Yeah.
those of you that are listening with us live have questions or comments, feel free to drop them in there, and Janelle is going to monitor that. Anything thus far?
There's just a lot of people saying hi, super excited.
Thank you for being here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was just going to say that kid from Mexico, it's like he's always like writing to us, and then he ended up like being our friend. I mean, he's from Oaxaca, Mexico, and he's always like, "Hey, can you have the tabs for the song?" So, like, it's crazy, you know.
Didn't you? I think John sent him a tutorial, like with video, like showing
How to
him
play. It's awesome. That's so cool. I know. I love the fact that, I mean, before internet and Zoom and live streaming, like we would have never had a chance to connect, you know, across the country like this. I mean, let alone to a whole nother country. You know, it's just such a cool opportunity. So
Yeah.
it's great. So I was also curious. I mean, you guys you got 5 songs on the EP. I know that we're going to be hearing a little bit a new song. What's next on the horizon? What do you guys have working on that's coming up?
Okay. We have just finished recording a single that we will not showcase yet because we want to keep it a surprise.
Okay.
But, the song that we're gonna show you, of course, that's a special but we haven't started recording that one. But we just finished recording one, and it's actually in the mixing process right now.
We're really excited.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I think it's very nice, and we've tried to kind of like be better in the recording stage as well,
Yeah,
like
totally.
because Franco in Norte, like I didn't practice before going to the studio. I just didn't know what I was gonna face. I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go record, and then I sit on the drums, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should have practiced because
It was our first time recording.
Yeah.
Well, Mark
had recorded before.
Well, it was our first time, so it was like just.
We didn't know what to
Yeah,
expect.
Yeah.
But this time we feel more prepared.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully that shows. Let's see, but.
Well, it already sounds pretty amazing for a first time. Like very, very impressive.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. But what's next then after that?
Yeah, I think we'll release like one song
Yeah.
before the end of the year, and then we're preparing something that we can talk that much, and then hopefully we'll record like a new EP, or I don't know if if it will be like a LP or something, but let's see.
We're aiming for an EP,
Yeah.
But any more than that, if we can do it, of course, like we really want to record.
Hopefully
whole
playing more gigs.
Yeah.
We have. I think we have one only back in November.
Yeah, November we have
Really
a
good
show
bands.
coming. Yeah.
A really good show with some really good bands in Costa Rica, so we're excited. Hopefully it will happen.
That's excellent. Okay, I'm getting
I got
signaled here that there are a couple questions
Yes.
from the chat here if you guys are up for it.
First of all, Juan, he wants to know, are there plans to play in the United States, specifically California? Love this band.
Excellent question.
So sorry, come again. What was it?
So Juan wants to know, are there any plans to play in the U.S., specifically California?
Oh my goodness.
That will be a dream, obviously.
Please.
Yes, I mean, I never think about it because like I'm still like processing the whole thing, but like if there's ever a chance, I mean we would be very
we would
honored,
love to, for sure.
very honored to be there. Yeah.
Well, I second Juan that we need to, like, California claims dibs if you guys come to the U.S. first. It's where Velvet Blue is located, so, I think that's only fair that we get you guys.
I mean, I really want to, like, I mean, I always say this, but like, I mean, I would love to personally thank Jeff about the whole thing, and California is definitely, we want to go there for sure.
Okay. And then something else here, Janelle?
Yes. Phil's brother, Matt, he said, I visited Costa Rica in high school. Everyone was so nice. Are all help me out.
Are all Costa Ricans so nice?
I miss Salsa Lozano too.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're this nice. If you give us the address, we will send you a salsa lisano. That's how nice.
Oh, Matt. What is a salsa Lozano?
We send Jeff a couple of bottles, or
Yeah.
at least one bottle of salsa lisano.
Yeah.
Like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, with coffee and everything. But I mean, I would say, I mean, hopefully we're nice. I mean, in general, I think we're pretty okay.
So far, so good, I say.
Hopefully he had a good time. But yeah, I mean, he can test it again and come visit us. We can.
Yeah. For those that don't know, salsa lisano is like a traditional sauce from Costa Rica. It's something like soy sauce.
It's more like Worcester sauce.
Okay.
But I mean, it doesn't taste even close. But it's our version of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you put it on? Like, what kind of food does it go on to?
We have like this traditional dish. It's called gallo pinto. It's like rice and beans.
Beans.
Basically that, but we mix it with salsa lisano. It's so good. Yeah.
And tamales, which I don't know if you've heard of that dish. I mean, it's all over
Like
Central America.
tamales is like
Tamales
Like
or
corn flour. Corn flour with meat and vegetables.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
It's
cooked,
traditional.
it's cooked like with water.
you boil it and
They
then
boil it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's traditional Christmas over here.
Yeah.
But
Making me hungry here, guys. This is good.
for some reason, it's pretty popular, like among foreigners and tourists.
people like it. It's very.
Yeah. You can find tamales everywhere in Latin America.
Yeah, even Jeff knew about it because he told us that his nephew, something like that, really loved salsa lisano. So
Wow. Well, if you do send one to my brother, I'm going to have to steal a little bit there and try it out.
Send us the address. We'll hook you up.
Awesome. Anything else, Chanel?
That's it for now. There's going to be more.
They're just okay. Good. Matt's
So,
very excited in the chat there, though.
Yes.
That is excellent. Well, you guys, I would love to share some songs that you guys brought for us today. Do you want to tell us anything before we go into the video? What are we going to be seeing? Anything we need to know?
Yeah. Oh, so if I could add something, it's
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
it's the live version of Franco.
Other first show.
That's our first show, so that's our debut. Like that's the first time we
Okay.
played live, and we were lucky enough that the sound engineer or mixing guy, he recorded the thing and mixed it for us. Yeah, so I think it turned out way better than we thought for the first time. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah.
It sounds excellent. I'm excited. We'll do one song. We'll come back and check in with you guys, and then we'll do the second song if that works for you.
Awesome.
Okay, so here we go. First song from the first ever live show, which blows me away because, man, well, you guys will see here in a second. Let's go to Franco.
Adiós
That was excellent.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that's your first live show you ever played. That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
So now, if I'm not, according to at least EP credits, is that Jonathan singing on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the things I love about the EP is that there's 5 songs and 3 different vocalists. How do you guys? Is it whoever wrote the song that sings it, or how did that come about?
Basically.
Yes, it goes that way.
Yeah, it's part of the whole like us not trying to force things, you know, like oh we have to have one guy just being the main guy or whatever. We want to keep the whole thing like just friends that do music, and whoever just gives the song to us, and and like they they do it, they sing the song, and it also I think it helps now because I think like music now you barely listen to full albums now, like in the digital world, and I think it gives this album some sort of like a refreshing tone in each song, you know, so that you can listen to the whole thing maybe and not feel like you're listening to the same band sort of, or maybe at the time it does, but like I think that makes people want to listen to the whole thing a bit more, maybe. I think.
No, I think it works for sure. I listen to the whole albums. That's why I like physical stuff. But I think you're absolutely right. I'm in the minority as far as physical media these days. You know.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Now tell me about the venue that it was at. That looked like a really cool place. What kind of? Where do you guys play?
Yeah.
It was actually that's a like a bar called Concha la Lora. That would be something in English like how would you say that? Lora is like
Lora is parrot and
shell. The parrot shell.
Probably it doesn't make sense in English, but the bar is called like parrot shell.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a bar known for like reggae nights and dancehall nights. It's not that like for that kind of music. But for some reason, the guys that produced like the concert wanted to do it over there, and we actually love it. I mean, it was like a really small place, but like more intimate, and I don't know, I really like it.
And it's like an old house in the middle of San Jose.
Yes.
Very old historic place. Yeah, and
oh, that's cool.
We really enjoyed it. Like people were sitting close, and I don't know, like the whole thing.
It was for a festival. To try to like reactivate the
San Jose
culture and arts.
Okay.
So it was pretty nice to be there and be part of that.
So, go ahead.
I was going to say that it was funny because I left without my amp. So when I was like at the parking lot, it was, oh man, I should return for my amp. And when I returned to the place, it has changed. Like it was like dance hall and people dancing and everything. Okay, I just took my amp.
So now you guys said there's a lot of different style of music. Are there other bands playing in the same kind of style as you guys down there, or are you guys very unique in that style?
No.
Not really. There's a lot of indie bands over here, and I think there's our favorite band, like shoegaze band in Costa Rica. It's called Dylan Thomas. It's really good.
Okay.
You should check. You should check it.
Listen to it.
It's really cool, and there's a lot of bands. I don't know, like Maria Tranquila.
Yeah.
Good friend from
There's a lot of people, like the whole indie scene. Like I think it became stronger now in COVID because people are now producing themselves more.
Yeah.
And it kind of gave them the chance to, like, I don't know, create more, I guess, including us, you know. So I think the scene it's very nice. I think it's very supportive of each other. Yeah, like we feel embraced by everyone. So it's a cool community, I think. Small but nice.
Right now there's a lot of young people doing music. I mean, we're not young, but we're like a new band. We're a lot of actually young people like So we have like we have made like a lot of new friends actually because of the band.
That's awesome.
It's always cool like to see some like more people doing music and stuff. Yeah.
That's so cool. I there's nothing like having a good local scene. I can't tell you how many friends that we still have to this day that I've met through music, and it's
exactly. I think that's the most valuable thing of this, you know, like the interaction with people and getting to know people.
All the connections that you do.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, so we have another song that's a new song that we haven't heard recorded. Anything you'd like to share about it before we go into that one?
Yeah. Well, it's a new song. It's called Transparente. It's like transparent in English. And Mark sings in that song.
Yeah.
And
Oh, by the way, yeah, Mark is not with us.
Yeah.
For people that tuned in, we're 4 people. Mark is not with us right now, but he's the one that sings this song and I think the majority of the songs. But
also the song like Norte, Luces, Piel.
yeah,
Yeah.
very talented guy.
Yeah, and he has a lot of experience. He played in a kind of a popular band, like a folk band. It was called Beard and Fish.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sing in that band.
Yeah.
And he has played in a lot of bands.
Yeah.
Like from folk to hardcore and
Yeah.
everything.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the one that has been like supporting us when we are like experiencing like new things, because he has more experience than us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a very, I guess, a more fast-paced song and more dancey, if you will. And yeah, we're that's one of the songs that we really can't wait to get into the studio and record. So I hope you enjoy it as well.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Let's take a listen.
Let's do it.
That was excellent. So good. I cannot wait to hear the recording for this one. Fantastic. Fantastic. You guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Like, I'm just so honored you guys came on, and this has been a real treat.
Oh no, thank you. I mean, taking the time to talk to us, and whoever came online, it's crazy, and we love the support. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who's listening in the chat, in the live stream there. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us today, and it's great to have you. So, guys, before we go, where can people find you on the internet if people want to buy your music or find out more about you? Give us some of your links and where we can find you at.
Yeah, well, we are everywhere, like Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. We actually are going to upload those videos to our YouTube channel, so you can see those videos again if you want. And we also have we still have cassettes with Jeff. I think the CDs are sold out, but there are some cassettes available. And yeah, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, it's Adiós Cometa.
Adiós Cometa.
Yeah, no, just Adiós Cometa. Yeah, Bandcamp, Spotify.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah, it's
awesome.
I think it's easy, but yeah.
Facebook, right?
We have a Facebook. Yeah, we do.
Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much. Janelle's going to put in the comments there some links to find some of your stuff. So if you guys are listening and you want to find them easy, Janelle's posting some links in there right now. And yeah, any last things before we go? Anything else you guys wanted to add?
Reach out. I mean, if just write to us, interact with us. We love hearing about people, and yeah. I mean, we're just thankful for people listening and supporting us. So thanks for that.
Excellent. Thank you. Yes, I highly recommend it. This has been such a treat. And that EP, if you guys have not heard it yet, it's fantastic. It's been listened to a lot around here, and it will continue to be. So I'll show you. I got the CD here right in front here, so
Nice.
check it out. There you go. I didn't bring all the formats here, but they're in the other room.
Yeah, thanks for your support.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. I mean, it's crazy to know that like people from so far away is listening to music for real. Yeah, it's like a dream. So thank you, and you'll keep hearing from us, hopefully.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be in touch for stuff in the future for sure.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys, everyone who's watching live or who may be watching this later on. Thank you guys all for joining us. I'd like to remind you we have other pop.vox Presents episodes coming up. Another one on October 23rd with the Freezer Burn Continuum, Stairwell on November 13th, and Blue Christmas coming up December 4th. I'll put a little schedule up on the video at the end here to keep track of that. So please join us again in the future, and please go and support Adiós Cometa on all of their different platforms. They're fantastic guys. All right. I think it's going to do it. Thank you guys so much once again.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. We'll see you guys all next time on pop.vox Presents.
Adios.
Adios.